Coming up today on the Wisconsin Vegetable Gardener,
we're going to show you how to keep your things organized so that when it's time to go to the garden, you know where everything is in one place.
as well as we're going to take a look at some seed tray tip repairs that can prolong the life of these trays that we use each and every year in the grow room. All that coming up today on the
Wisconsin Vegetable Gardener. Looks like you got a lot to repair there.
Yeah, we're going to work on them. The Wisconsin Vegetable Gardener is sponsored in part by, for all your non-GMO, organic, and heirloom vegetable, flowers, and herb seeds, visit dollarseed.com. Sioux Growing Supply, located in Wausau, Wisconsin, focusing on certified leaf compost, an excellent amendment for poor soil, retains moisture and adds nutrients, which equals less watering. Available in labor saver pre-filled trays and pots, bag and bulk. Visit siouxcompost.com. Organic fertilizer for the health-conscious organic home gardener. Family owned and operated. Visit thewiveggardener.com. Don't poison your soil with municipal water. Attach a body, mind, and soil hose filter. Free shipping exclusively through the WisconsinVegetableGardener.com. Just click on the body, mind, and soil icon. Authentic Haven brand soil conditioner for the home gardener. Easy to brew. Visit ManureTea.com. No measuring, no thinking. Stamp it, plant it, stop plotting, start planting. GardenStamp.com.
Welcome to the Wisconsin Vegetable Gardener. I'm Holly Baird.
And I'm Joy Baird, and today it's all about organization.
Yes.
Without organization, your tools, everything you have and everything you need is all scattered about, and you get frustrated and things don't work out so well.
Right. So you want everything to be in the same place so that when you're ready to actually plant or get ready in the garden, or if you move from garden to garden, or if you keep it in a certain one spot and you take it back to the same spot after you're done every week, that's all together in one central location.
Right, whether you have a backyard like you spoke about, or in our instance, we are working on 4 different location gardens, so we want to have everything we need whenever we need it, so we don't have to go write that down. We'll come back next week and fix it. We want to be able to access that problem or fix or do whatever we need to do right away.
Right, or maybe you go to a community garden and you have
Right.
the same situation.
So let's start with the sprayer, a Hudson sprayer. We can do it, spray any kind of organic liquid seaweed. We can spray any kind of manure tea on the plants. This is a Hudson sprayer, 3-gallon. We'll always have that with us. Works good. We've never had a problem. Very happy with it. So that's something that we will always have with us. Now Holly's got another tub here, and this is just strictly our seeds. There's a mess of seeds in here. And talk about those for.
These are our seeds that we've collected through the years and we've actually saved. So we keep them in these bags that I get on my sugar, that we get the sugar in.
Also, we got the seed keeper there.
Seed keeper there.
Also, we've got a box of seeds, as well as other seeds. So there's a little. All the seeds are in this container. Now, finding them, the seed keeper obviously is a great way to go. But we've maxed out the capabilities of that because it is full. And the other bags are seeds that we've saved and stored. So at least when we know we're going to plant something, we know at least it's in this tub. So that's a good thing. Now, that's just one portion of the many things that we will take with us from garden to garden. Another will be the tub that you have there. That's a heavy old tub. Now, with this has the bulk of everything we need in it.
Right.
You can take that. This has a multitude of things. We've got our whole grain cornmeal we'll use around our tomatoes. We're going to take everything out to show you because these are the tools that we use to make gardening a whole lot more successful. Liquid seaweed. We've got some organic insecticide powder unlisted.
We got rock phosphate.
We got rock phosphate for our tomatoes.
Bag.
Extra bags. That's the key for any gardeners to have extra bags. I've got some more smaller ones in here.
Snips.
Yep, pruners. Good set of good pruners.
We got our garden stamp.
Garden stamp are always a necessity when we're planting.
We got some, well, it's hemp cord, but it's good cord that we need for tying. We're gonna string some beans and to trellis stuff or whatever we need to.
No matter what level of gardening you are, twine, rope, good organic material, that's a necessity. as well as here's some more bags and clothespins for store or for marking stuff. There's some more markers. These were given to us. We did not purchase these because these can be quite pricey. They're just copper markers, a little more fancier. What else we got now?
Wire cutters.
Yep, for trimming trellises, string, whatever you need.
We just got some more. This is vegetable fertilizer.
Right. Well, let's talk about the snips for a minute. We've got the pruners. Pruners are not scissors. Those are for plants. The snips are for rope and metal. So don't use the snips. Don't use the shears or the pruners to cut stuff because these are designed for plants and you're not going to dull them down. Another set of pliers for heavier gauge wire. What do you got there? That's for spraying on the tomatoes to get them more microbial bacteria going.
We got our BT.
That's good.
That gets rid of things like the, what's it called, the looper, the cabbage looper, and then the tomato hornworm.
Notice we've not opened it, so we haven't had an issue with it. And sometimes it's better to have a lot of tools in your arsenal than and not you need them.
But not too many.
And but not too many, but not need them. So that's a good thing.
We got our pH tester deal.
Tape measure.
Tape measure.
Always to know if you're planting or making beds, so you have that.
We got a marker.
Permanent marker.
Permanent marker. So
which goes along with
the window blind.
Row markers.
Row markers.
These are just window blinds that we found we're using as row markers. That works great. Also, we've got more. We've got blood meal. We got bone meal. We've got. I'm not going to take the hose out, but it's Tough Guard hose. That's always good to have. As well as Moo Poo tea. We've got our Body, Mind, and Soil water filter wrapped up there. We keep it safe so it doesn't have any issues with damage. As well as a good pocket knife, always nice to have. And more bags and zip ties. We've got to stock up on those to zip tie things up in little baggies so when you're collecting seeds with a marker you can write on what seeds you have. Seems like a lot of things, but realistically, whenever you go to the garden, you need the tools. You need these tools to be successful at what you're doing. And it's really not that expensive. You know, most of the stuff we've worked and bought a little bit over the years with. But having all the necessity tools can really make a gardening season a lot more successful.
And having them organized makes it even more successful. So you're not running around trying to figure out where something is, wasting your time and making it just harder for you.
Right. So we've got 2 tubs. All the tools go in the Tupperware tub. Now that's about it's about an 18-gallon tote there. It may not be organized as everything's in a little slot, but everything we need will go in there, and we know whatever garden we go to, if we need something, it's going to be in that tub, and the seeds will be in the gray tub, and the Hudson sprayer will be with us as well.
Yes.
So just some of the things you want to keep in mind. You don't need all of these, but the more you have really does help.
Yes.
So that's pretty much how it is. The organization of a garden and the tools that you will need to be more successful. I'm Joey Baird.
And I'm Holly Baird.
Of the WisconsinVegetableGardener.com, and we're excited to present to you our first volume of our quarterly digital magazine.
That's right. It's going to be presented to you in PDF file, ebook, or live on our website, and we'll leave that link in the show notes for you below.
It's entitled The Wisconsin Vegetable Gardener, but that doesn't mean you have to be from Wisconsin to read, to learn, or appreciate it. It's all done in-house.
We're going to have different recipes, some great tips, tricks, and techniques, articles, and even some coupon codes.
So check it out, let us know what you think, and we'll be putting out several more of these this year. We all use seed trays in most applications, and we go and buy them at the local home and garden center, and we want to try to get the longest life out of them as we possibly can. But as if it's happened to us, it's probably happened to you that they acquire holes in them and it's hard to bottom water them. And well, we got fortunate a couple years ago and found a stack of 20 on junk day that somebody had tied up and was throwing out. Well, there's a reason why they were throwing them out. They had a lot of holes in them, and as you can see here, got all kinds of holes and cracks and punctures in them. But nevertheless, it can be beneficial to use these. We sanitize them, we clean everything with hot soapy water. So one of the things that we've done is these clear domes that we acquire a lot of through whatever means, we can actually use those as part of the structure for our tray, our 10 by 20 tray here. And we can take our seed starting cells and put in there, and it works. Now you just have to be a little more cautious when you bottom water. Also, you can purchase these trays, it's got the slits already in them for special applications. Obviously, bottom watering is not the best application in this scenario. But again, you can use these clear trays, these domes that we don't use because we find that it kind of acquires mold on the soil if you start the seeds with the dome on because there's no air circulation. It does work still for kind of holding the water if you're going to bottom water. One thing you can do when you purchase new trays to kind of prolong the life of the corners, because that seems to be where the holes acquire most, take some good old-fashioned duct tape and tape about 4 or 5 inches across both sides, and that'll kind of really strengthen the corners up to where the holes won't develop very easily. Another thing, if you want to get kind of creative and try to slow down the holes that you may already have, hot glue gun does work somewhat successfully in gluing the holes. Obviously for this tray it's not that beneficial, but for other minute small pinholes, this does seem to slow down the water and allows you at least to bottom water, which is a very effective way of hydrating the soil when your seedlings are starting off early so you don't blow the soil or the seeds out. Another thing you can do is take trays that are not really designed for the cells and actually modify. And this is for about 4-inch pots here. And we've just taken these little 4-cell trays and modified it to where we can get 48 in a container here. And that's another way. Again, reusing and repurposing for jobs that the initial device was not intended for. This is for, I believe it's for these seed trays or some style of a tray of some sort or another. But these peat pots, biodegradable, fit perfectly. And again, the solo red cups would work well as also in this application. So it's just a couple of different ways to, one, prolong the life of those seed trays that do not last as long as we intend them to, and save money and reuse them for years to come. I'm Joey Baird. Thanks for watching. Join us again next time for more organic gardening and food preserving. This has been the Wisconsin Vegetable Gardener.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.